This scheme will help you win more games in Madden 24. You have the deep ball potential. You have the throws that's going to pick you up about 20 to 30 yards. A pop consistently, nothing really covering them at all. Gonna have your opponent all over the place. If there's something that you feel like you can get into, man, make sure to click that like button, subscribe to the channel. If you are new, click that notification bell, and let's go ahead and hop into it. It's your boy Larry back at you again with another video, and today you guys I got some more heat for y'all. We are in a doubles wide flex, man. Gonna be showing y'all how to beat cover 3, cover 2, man, coverage, all of that good stuff. So we are in the Dolphins cross. We're basically in the guns double wide flex, but we are going to be working out of the Dolphins cross and also the PA read. I'm going to be showing y'all how to beat cover 2 first, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, click that notification bell to stay up to date with all my videos, and let's go ahead and get into this play breakdown. So what you want to go ahead and do, boys, you want to go ahead and put triangle on a street, put square on a slant, put your circle receiver on a in route, and go ahead and block your running back. The read on this play is going to be the X tight end. You just want to wait for him to kind of clear, and we have enough time. Tua actually underthrows it, overthrows it, or just that was just a bad throw, honestly. But we're gonna go ahead and put triangle on a street, put square on a slant, put circle on a in route. Honestly, this play will work a lot better. But Durham Smythe is like a turtle out there. But as y'all can see, he still gets open really good, relatively good against cover 2. So just so you guys can see that he gets open really good, I'm gonna hopefully try to get this pass off this time around. I'm gonna try to wait for him to kind of clear, and Tua overshoots him again. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna see if we can try this one more time so y'all can really see the gist of it. It's just practice mode pass rush. It's kind of nutty. As y'all can see this time, y'all can really see how good it actually works. And most of the time, you will be able to complete that every single time. It's just Durham Smythe. He's like one of the slower tight ends in Madden. So he doesn't help the situation at all. Now, as well, boys, I'm going to be showing y'all another cover 2 beater out of this formation. It's going to be the PA read. We are just going to be working this out. So what you want to go ahead and do with this play, boys, you want to put your X receiver or your X tight end on a streak route. You want to motion your triangle receiver over and put your square receiver on a in route just like this. And the read on the play is going to be the circle receiver, and you just want to lead it towards the sideline. A lot of times you'll get a lot more separation. In that situation, they were in like a cover 2 invert, so let's go ahead and run it back. Motion your triangle receiver over, put your X receiver on a street, put your square receiver on a in route, go ahead and run the play, and you'll just wait for him to kind of get past that corner, lead it to the outside, and every single time that's going to be about like 40-30 yards a pop every single time. Depending on if you're on the left hash, you probably could take it for a touchdown too. It's just that we don't have a lot of space as well. But as y'all can see, it's pretty consistent. That triangle receiver, I threw it a little bit too soon that time around, but the triangle receiver, hey, it actually was a perfect throw, I guess, but I thought I threw it a little bit too early. But the triangle receiver basically brings that cornerback down just long enough for you to kind of squeeze it in between that gap and allow you to kind of get that big play potential out of cover 2. You just got to kind of time it. If you time it right, basically you can get a big gain or even possibly a touchdown. So moving on out of this formation, I'm going to be showing y'all how to beat cover 3 out of these two plays as well. So we're going to use the Dolphin cross first. We're going to be working this against a cover 3. So what you want to go ahead and do, you want to motion your X tight end over. You want to go ahead and put your triangle receiver on a flat route. You can put your circle receiver on in route just like that, and just go ahead and block your running back. Now the read on this play is going to be the X tight end. You just want to wait for him to kind of clear and then possession catch it, and that's going to be about like 20-30 yards a pop every single time. It's going to beat cover 3 every single time. It will beat cover 2 sometimes, but it's not consistent, so I wouldn't recommend always running it. That's why we got the other cover 2 beaters. So this is going to be a cover 3 beater that's going to consistently beat cover 3 like all the time, unless your opponent sets his zone drops like very far back, and in that case you would just hit your triangle receiver on that flat route. Now moving on, boys, another cover 3 beater out of this formation, we have the PA read. We're going to be working out of that, working that against a cover 3. So all you want to do with this, boys, you want to put your circle receiver on a comeback, put your triangle receiver on a street, put your X tight end on a slant. You can lead the play action to kind of fool your opponent a little bit. You just kind of want to wait for the square receiver to kind of clear, and you just want to lead it upfield just like that. Make sure to have your fastest guy right there. It doesn't have to be Tyreek Hill, but when you do make this pass too, we'll go to the instant replay. You want to make sure when you're throwing this, boys, with your left stick, lead the ball up in this area. So you don't want to lead it this way or this way. You want to lead it straight up, so it allows your receiver to kind of run towards it and all that good stuff, so it won't get intercepted. Because it is kind of a window type throw, but it really isn't. So we just wait for him to kind of cross. That time we get sacked. We didn't get enough time. But if you just kind of wait for him to cross, a lot of the times he will basically be just about wide open. You just gotta wait for him to kind of clear and hope that you get enough time. A lot of times you will be able to get that in there. It's just something that you can go ahead and kind of go for that one play bomb if you see that your opponent is consistently in cover 3. And in this situation too, you could always roll out. Sometimes rolling out helps the situation too. It's just with Tua, it's going to be kind of rough trying to roll out with Tua. But as y'all can see, you have the potential to kind of throw it out there if you got a right-handed quarterback. The cornerback had a possibility to possibly get out there, just depending on the time and everything. But if we would have threw it on the run and let it more up here, it's a possibility that we could score a touchdown. Now, it's not the best cover 3 beater out of the Miami Dolphins playbook. I went over a ton of them. If you haven't, go check out those videos as well. And all the cover 3 beaters out of this book. But this is one that you can definitely use if you are in a bind and you need a cover 3 beater and you have been just kind of using this formation. You can definitely go ahead and use this. I would say it works about like 60% of the time in game. So that's a pretty good high ratio. It's just when I run stuff, I like running it where it has like basically like 100% ratio of getting completed. But as y'all can see, it's pretty consistent though. It's gonna get you a touchdown against cover 3. Now, moving on, boys, I'm gonna be showing y'all how to beat man coverage out of this formation as well. So what you want to go ahead and do. Actually, I'm gonna show y'all one more thing. This also beats every single zone coverage in the game too. As y'all know, corner routes are very powerful. So what you want to go ahead and do is just motion the square receiver over. Go ahead and put X on a flat route. Put your triangle receiver on an in route. You can lead the play action or you can cancel it. It's totally up to you. Then you just want to be hitting this square receiver every single time. He's going to be open like clockwork against every single coverage in the game. There's just something about corner routes, unless your opponent really goes and sets his zone drops, it's basically going to be open every single time. Then once your opponent starts messing with your zone drops too, you can also always hit those flat routes. Like if we go to the instant replay here, you can clearly see that the corner route is open. Tua just overshoots it, but you always have these flat routes if your opponent is out there trying to use it at corner route, or if he just has his zone drops in the right position. Also, in these situations too, with all the other passing plays that you have in these formations and stuff like that, your opponent shouldn't be really keying in on your corner routes because you should be mixing everything up with that. But in a situation that he does, like I said, you can also always hit that flat route. It's going to be there. It's going to be your little safety blanket all the time. And then sometimes triangle can be that little check down. But most of the time, the user is going to be occupied by triangle. So we kind of just got triangle as like a route that we expect the user to kind of try to take away. Now, moving on into the man beating play out of this formation. It is going to be the PA read. We're going to be working it against just a cover 2 man. This one, what you want to go ahead and do, you just want to motion your X tight end over. Put your square receiver on in route, but you want a smart route and make it go deeper. Then basically this is the setup. You can run it just like this. It's going to be edge, triangle, or square. Basically one of them is going to be open like every time. Most of the time, I would say about 2 or even all of them get open against man coverage. It just kind of depends on the situation. But I don't tend to like to put all my receivers going in the same area, but with this play it seems to work pretty decent. This play, it doesn't have like a lot of like man beating type like routes out of it. And if you need a tight end on his out route on the other side for some reason, it's just not as good for some reason. But if you go ahead and run it as is, a lot of times you'll see The tight end will get a lot of separation on his route. Waddle would get a lot of separation on his route. But right now they got them running into each other a lot, which doesn't tend to happen, but right now it's kind of happening a lot. So I'm gonna try to cancel the play action. Maybe that actually helps, but it kind of didn't. But as y'all can see, both of them are open, and the way that they're kind of positioned, if the user was in the vicinity of both of them, a lot of the times you'll be able to kind of throw it over his head, just because the way this Madden works. They're about probably about 5 yards apart. So if I just lead the ball up here, the user will not be able to get to it if he's down here using Smythe, and also vice versa. I should be able to lead it down here if the user is just in the vicinity of Smythe. Then on top of that, boys, you also have this end route that your opponent is not going to be expecting, because he's so focused on both of those crossing routes. So overall, this is a pretty good man beating type play. Not my first go-to man beating type play, but definitely a good one none the least. So as y'all can see, we got the square route this time. That time I meant to put him on the post, I just forgot to. But you'll see that the square route actually gets open a lot of the time against man coverage as well. So this is a pretty simple kind of concept. Nothing really too crazy with this. But as y'all can see, everything gets open relatively good and relatively decent. Then I'm going to be showing y'all one more thing out of this formation. It has a really good inside zone play that y'all can go ahead and utilize too. That works pretty good. So in the inside zone is pretty powerful. You can motion this tight end over too if you want to get extra blockers. It's just totally up to you what you want to go ahead and do. Since we already been motioning this tight end out already, our opponent is kind of probably already expecting us to pass. So motioning him over shouldn't affect your opponent looking for the run. But as y'all can see, it does have the potential to go and get some pretty good yards. It's just for some reason, I don't know why, most of it is moving really slow, but maybe it's just me. But a lot of the times, once you're passing on your opponents and hitting them with those good passing plays and stuff, a lot of times that opens up the run. They might come out in dollar, they may come out in dime and things like that to just open up the run a lot more. But as y'all can see, situations like that, you'll pick up a decent amount of yards. Now, boys, this is going to conclude the video, man. If you enjoyed this content, make sure to hit a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, click that notification bell to stay up to date with all my videos. It's your boy Lurk, man. I love y'all, boys. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed, and y'all have a great rest of your day, and peace.